The story begins by showing us the main protagonist, Chen Nian. She is teaching at a school, and while teaching, she sees a girl who was quietly sitting and was not paying attention to the class. Then we are shown the past in 2011 at a college entrance exam preparation center where boys and girls were preparing for the biggest test of their lives, Gaokao. This single exam decides which university a student can attend, and, for many families, it determines their entire future. Only 60 days remain until the exam. We then see young Chen Nian, who was carrying a cart of milk with her friend Xiao Dai, and later went back to her studies wearing headphones. As she was studying, she saw all her classmates rushing outside. Curious, Nian also went outside. All eyes were fixed on a corner of the field. Xiao Dai had jumped off of the school building. Nian slowly walks toward that corner of the field. While everyone else just watches, Nian removes her jacket and covers the lifeless body of her friend. Meanwhile, others were busy recording the scene on their smartphones, and we see someone takes a photo of Nian. The next day also starts normally as there's no time to grieve. During class, 9 is called to the teacher's room. Police had come to investigate the incident. They ask if Xiao Dai had said anything to her before she died, and if Xiao Dai had any other friends. 9 replies, "You don't need friends to study here." Hearing this, a young detective named Zheng looks at Nian with surprise. They then asks Nian why did she cover Xiao Dai with her jacket, and in reply she says, "Xiao Dai wouldn't have wanted to be seen like that." Back in class, all of her classmates avoided Nian, and she notices red ink spilled on her chair. The same thing had happened to Xiao Di, and Nian had ignored her then. Xiao Dai was forced to sit there, but no one spoke up. This time also everyone remained silent. But Nian did not sit in that chair. Her teacher notices this and goes over to her to see the prank and scolds them for doing this at such an important time. He then tells Nian to be friends with everyone. At the teacher's room, her teacher asks her if her mother was home yet, and Nian replies, "No." That night, while studying at home, many people came to her house and banged on her door. Her mother had sold fake products through a fraudulent company, and now the customers are after her for money. That's why Nian stays quiet and hides. The next day at school during lunch, as Nian was standing in the line, 3 girls stand behind Nian. They ask her if she wants to join their study group, and when Nian refuses, their leader, Lai, starts bothering her, trying to take pictures of her. Lai had previously humiliated Xiao Dai by throwing tissues at her and took her pictures, then spreading her pictures throughout the school. Nian quickly walks away. After Xiao Dai, Lai had now chosen Nian as her next target. On her way home from school, Lai and her group block her path and asked she what Nian had told the police, then beat her. After this, Nian returns home silently and saw that her mother was at home. She doesn't stay at their house to avoid debt collectors. Her mother had only one hope: Nian will pass the entrance exam and then they will have no more worries. The next morning, her mother left again and Nian stared at her as she left. At school, the students had to change their sits according to the plan chart, and the teacher praises Lai for doing good in her exam. After school ended, Nian was walking home very fearfully. Although Lai and her gang didn't come to bully her, but Nian saw 3 boys at the roadside brutally beating another boy. To save him, she called the police, but the boys noticed her, dragged her there, and took the money she had. Then they harassed her, saying, "Is this boy your boyfriend?" Nian replied, "No." Hearing this, the boys forced her to kiss the beaten up boy and kept beating the boy until she kissed him. So, to save him, she kissed the boy. Seeing this, the others started laughing. Angry, the bloodied boy took advantage of the moment and began hitting one of the bullies. Frightened, all the boys fled the scene, leaving Nian and the boy. The boy looked at Nian and he also left the scene without saying anything. The boy's name is Liu Beishan. When Nian got home, she noticed her phone screen was broken from the incident. The next day, Nian went to the ATM to get cash, and as she stepped out of the ATM, she saw Beishan in front of her. The bullies had taken Nian's money yesterday, so he came to return it. Then he took Nian to a mobile repair shop to repair her broken one. But the repair fee was too much, so he himself started repairing the phone to save the repair cost. Nian then asked if he knows how to fix phones. He answered, "I deal with stolen phone parts." While repairing the phone, Beishan saw the phone was repaired before and she was scammed then. Seeing this, he understood that she was being bullied. So Beishan said, "If you pay me, I can protect you." To this, Nian said, "You can't even protect yourself. How will you protect me?" Beishan replies, "Getting beaten up is an everyday thing for me." Nian said, "We are not same. I will go to the best university in China." Hearing this, Beishan replies, "There are 2 types of people in this world, those who get bullied and those who bully others." After fixing the phone, Bei-shan wanted to escort Nian home, but she refused. Bei-shan still follows her and asked for her name. When Nian didn't answer, Bei-shan said, "We kissed, but you can't even say your name." Just then, the police arrived. Seeing all the injuries on Bei-shan's body, they asked for his ID. While Nian tried to leave, Bei-shan still kept following her. On the street, Nian saw posters on the walls calling her mother a fraud. Nian tore down the posters. Bei-shan saw it and Nian tore the poster from his hand. The next day, Lai had sent pictures of the posters of Nian's mother to the school online group. Everyone laughed at Nian and mocked her. Nian could just silently cry. On her way home, Bei-shan arrived on a bike in front of her. Without saying a word, Nian got on the bike and said, "Take me wherever." On the way, Nian kept on crying and Bei-shan stops at an abandoned-looking place. Nian hesitated to follow him but still did and saw his own small rundown house. There, he first made instant noodles for Nian. Nian silently started eating. As she ate, her phone kept ringing of the messages about her mother. Bei-shan asks her if her boyfriend was messaging her. Nian doesn't answer. Suddenly, Bei-shan asked, "Do you like me?" Nian replied, "What's there to like about you?" He then asks her, "Why did you come to my place then?" Nian says, "I did not know you are going to bring me here." Then Bei-shan said, "Don't worry, I won't ask you to sleep with me." Hearing this, Nian got angry. She asked, "Why did you bring it up then? Don't you have any manners?" Bei-shan angrily grabbed her and pushed her against the wall, saying, "Are you scared now? I'm just a thug. Why bother about manners?" Then he let her go. Nian walks back home crying. The next day, during ball toss game at school, everyone was avoiding Nian, and after the class was over, Lai and her friends kept hitting Nian with the ball and mocked her. Having enough, Nian protested by throwing the ball back at them, and the bullies stared at her angrily. Because of this, when Nian was coming down the stairs, Lai pushed her down. As a result, Nian was hurt. In the medical room, one of her classmates comes to console her and tells her to hang on. But Nian tells him what if she also ends up like Xiao Dai, and tells him they are weak too for not standing up against the bullies. So she called Officer Zheng and told him everything about the bullying she was facing and also Xiao Di faced. After that, the police began to interrogate Lai and her two friends. Officer Zheng asked Lai and he friends about Xiao Di's death. Lai denied any involvement in the death. She said Xiao Di's family had pressured her about her studies and her grades were poor and maybe she couldn't bear it, so she committed suicide. Listening to her, Officer Zheng asked her if she had no remorse. He then asked about the bullying on Nian, and Lai again denies, saying they were just pranking her. Just then, Lai's mother calls her and Officer Zheng tells her to pick up the call. She then started shouting that she had done nothing wrong and even if her parents come, they cannot do anything. She even said it was good Xiao Dai committed suicide because now her family could sue in court and get money, which Xiao Dai couldn't have earned even if she had lived. Hearing Lai say these things, Officer Zheng was shocked. Then all the officers starts asking the students about the suicide, but no one wanted to talk about the ongoing bullying in the school. Later, Officer Zheng and his senior talks about how complicated the case was as school students do not know the results of their actions and they can just do their best to help bring justice. The next day, Lai and her two friends were suspended from school. Their parents had come to beg the teacher also beats their child in front of other students. The teacher who was the class teacher of Nian was also suspended, as he hadn't taken any proper action before. However, the teacher did not blame Nian for it and told her that what she did was absolutely right and advised her not to get distracted by all this. That night, while returning, Officer Zheng called Nian to his car. Officer Zheng asked her if she was disappointed in him. Nian said Officer Zheng knew the truth behind Xiao Dai's death, yet they had done nothing. Officer Zheng then told her that he had gone to Lai's house. There, Lai's mother defended Lai and blamed Xiao Di. She said Lai was good at studies, came from a prestigious family, so she couldn't be friends with everyone. Instead, she blamed Xiao Di's family and the way she was raised. Hearing Lai's mother support her, Officer Zheng saw a proud smile appeared on Lai's face. Officer Zheng explained this to Nian and advised her to stay focused on his studies and not to get distracted by the bullying. Nian replied, "Her mother also said as she gets old she will get over everything, but she did not tell me how to be an adult." That night, when Nian called her, tears kept falling from her eyes, but she kept a smile on her face and pretends to be fine, and told her mother how everything will be fine after she gets in the university. They will stay together and earn money. Nian's mother also encourages her. Now, only 43 days remain until the entrance exam. School security has also been tightened with warnings about bullying. A new replacement teacher has also joined, but no one likes the new teacher. Nian feels guilty because of this. Days continued to pass like this. One day after school, Nian was walking home when she saw Lai and her friend standing in front of her house with a cage full of rats. Lai also brought a knife and came at her saying, why didn't she end up like Xiao Dai? Nian somehow managed to escape and tried calling Officer Zheng, but he didn't pick up. The girls were still chasing her, and with no other option, she hid inside a dumpster. And two of the girls ran past her, and one of them stopped to catch her breath. Nian was holding her breath so that she doesn't get noticed, but just then Nian's phone rang and the girl outside hears the ringing. But she doesn't tell her friends that, and all of them leaves to wait for Nian at her house. Officer Zheng then called her, but she said nothing to him about the incident. Having no other place to go to, she went to Beishan's house at night. Seeing her dirty clothes, Beishan gave her his clothes and Nian took a shower. Nian asked him, will you protect me? But I don't have any money to give you. Beishan didn't reply and applied ointment to her wounds. Nian laid in the bed and Beishan slept on the couch himself. Unable to sleep, the two of them starts to talk. Beishan then tells Nian to bring a pen and a notebook and tells her to write Nian owes Bei 1 time and tells her she will have to pay him with something. The next morning, Nian set off for school with Beishan following her. From then on, Beishan followed her everywhere like a shadow, watching over her from a distance. For the first time, a smile appeared on Nian's face. One night, as Lai came out from a club, Beishan threatened to stay away from Nian. After that, days went by smoothly. Nian could now study in peace at school. Later, at a gambling place, Beishan saw a man using a child to pickpocket. Seeing this, he beat him up even after being beaten himself. Every day, he silently followed Nian home from school. Nian stayed with him from then on. He set up proper lighting on her study table so she could read properly. She then asks him why he doesn't go to school. He replies going to school is of no use to him. The next day, one of Lai's friends approached Nian. She told Nian that now she had become the new target of Lai. She asked Nian, the one who protects you, can he protect me too? Nian replied, I'll walk you home. She then started walking with Beishan, following her closely. One day, Beishan returned home severely injured. Seeing this, Nian wanted to help him, but Beishan pushed her aside. From outside, she saw his entire body was covered in wounds. That night, they lay beside each other. Nian asked, does it hurt? I've gotten used to it, Beishan replied. Since when? She asked. Then Beishan told her his story. His father left them when he was just 13. His mother thought of him as a burden and later abandoned him for another man. Beishan said, Nian, you're the first person who ever asked me if it hurts. Tears flowed from both their eyes. Since then, they became each other's source of comfort. Beishan kept protecting Nian, and Nian stopped Beishan from going to dangerous fights, and gradually they began to spend better days together full of fun and laughter, riding through the city on bike and enjoyed each other's company. One day, Nian asked, do you want to get away from this place together? How? Beishan asked. There must be a way, she said. But one day, Beishan and his friends were playing video games in an internet cafe when police arrested Beishan and his friends, suspecting them in a rape case. Nian waited the whole night for him, but Beishan was not released yet. In the morning, Nian saw that Beishan had not returned home, so she went to school alone, and after school ended, Nian waited outside school for him. When he didn't show up, she kept calling, unaware that Beishan was in jail and his phone was off. Meanwhile, Beishan was being interrogated in the police station. Nian noticed Lai's friend, who she walked home standing nearby. Nian felt pity and tried to help her again, but the girl had been pretending all along. She only walked with Nian to find the right time, to attack her so that Lai would leave her alone. And today, with Beishan gone, they saw the chance. Lai and a group of others attacked Nian. They beat her, insulted her, and destroyed her books. They even cut her hair, tore her clothes, and humiliated her. They did all this while filming her. Nian could do nothing but cry helplessly. Only when the neighborhood people complained about the noise, they stopped the torture. Meanwhile, Beishan was calling her as soon as he got out of jail, but she wasn't answering. He knew something was wrong. So, he rushed back home to find Nian in torn clothes, bloody face, trying to tape together her ripped books. Seeing the state of Nian, lost control. He wanted to get revenge, but Nian grabbed him tightly, holding him back from doing something wrong. Nian cried loudly while holding him, and Beishan cried with her. Beishan then gently trimmed her uneven chopped hair while crying, and then cuts his own hair short to show her she wasn't alone, that he was always with her. Then they took the bike out together to roam around the night city side by side. A few days left before the main exam, and all the students were called to pick up their ID card. When Nyan's name was called, she stood up and everyone stared at her injured face. The long-awaited day had finally arrived. Country's biggest entrance exam. There was crowd everywhere. Since morning, it's been raining heavily. Nyan was preparing to leave for the exam. Even today, Beishan was following Nyan from a distance. Outside the hall, teachers were encouraging the students and saying some last words before entering. The exam finally begins, but elsewhere, an incident takes place. While clearing a landslide from the road, workers discover a girl's dead body. Soon after testing, they learn it's none other than Lai. The police trace a taxi from the CCTV footage at the crime scene and arrest one of Beishan's friends. He kept making excuses, saying his car was stolen. We then see that on that night, Beishan had asked that friend for the taxi. He dropped his friend at the hospital and told him to get a full body checkup so his presence would be recorded in hospital CCTV and create an alibi. While leaving, Beishan told his friend to tell the truth and to not worry, nothing will happen to him. Next, the police summoned Lai's friends. They claim it was Nyan who committed the murder, but when asked why she would do it when they were the bully, they again put the blame on Nyan. By then, Officer Jung receives a video showing Nyan being bullied. Shocked, he goes to Nyan's house. Seeing her, he asks why she did not tell him about this. She replied she didn't have the time to think about this. Assuming Nyan had killed Lai to take revenge for the bullying, the police begin to suspect her. Nyan asks to be questioned later as she has 2 exams tomorrow. Still, Officer Jung brings her to the station for interrogation. We then see Beishan hiding from the police. After bringing her to the station, they keep insisting she committed the murder out of revenge for the bullying she did. They ask why she never reported the bullying to the police. Nyan explains she stayed silent to stay focused on her exam studies. When asked where she was that night, she says she was at home the whole time studying, and when asked about an alibi, Nyan could not answer. Officer Jung tells his superior that Nyan couldn't have stolen a taxi, moved a body with her small body, and they should release her as she has exam the next day. Though there's an argument with a female officer as she tells Officer Jung to stop thinking with her emotions, the chief orders them to release Nyan for now, but keep her under surveillance. The next day, Nyan leaves home to attend her exam. Sitting in the exam hall, her mind is filled with many thoughts. She can't concentrate. That's when Beishan's face comes before her. She remembers his words. "Do you trust me?" With those words in mind, Nyan pulls herself together and concentrates on the exam. After the exam, as Nyan walked with police following her, suddenly, Beishan pulls her and ran with her into an abandoned building. The police kept chasing after them. He then tells Nyan to scream for help and to tell the police that he had been harassing her. He has plant evidence of himself in the car that shows he tried to rape Lai and accidentally killed her. Nyan refused to do it, but Beishan tells her, "Look at me closely. I have nothing, no future, but I love you deeply. I want you to have a beautiful future. Besides, I'm still a minor. My punishment will be light. When you graduate from university and grow up, I'll be released from jail. We'll be together again." Crying Nyan agrees and Beishan rips her shirt and kisses her. Just then, police come and pulls Beishan off of Nyan. From then on, the interrogation began. We're shown how Beishan had planned everything in advance. He had removed every trace of Nyan from his room so the police wouldn't find any link between them. He staged the murder as a rape case. Since the police were already looking for a rapist, Beishan created evidence of himself. When Beishan was questioned, he initially denied Beishan doing anything, but when he was told that Beishan's DNA was found under Lai's fingernails, Beishan confessed he only wanted to rape Lai, but her death happened accidentally as she was struggling. With Beishan's confession, the police released Nyan. As she was leaving in the car, we are shown the real story behind Lai's death. In reality, after the bullying incident, Lai came to apologize. She was scared. If Nyan complained to the police, she would have to repeat another year. So, crying, she asked for forgiveness. She even suggested making a video herself and giving her money too. But Nyan didn't want to hear anything. She told Lai to leave and said she wouldn't go to the police, but she never wanted to see Lai again. Still, Lai kept talking and provoked her. Frustrated, she pushed Lai from the high staircase. Lai fell and died. To protect Nyan, Beishan took all the blame on himself. Meanwhile, Officer Jung had a gut feeling that something was off. So, he rewatched the interrogation footage and found that Beishan had been following Nyan. Officer Jung finally understood Beishan and Nyan were both involved in this. To bring the truth out, they showed Beishan the video of Nyan and asked if he could bear it. Beishan calmly said it was a good video. So Nyan was called again for questioning. The police tried many ways to make them talk, but it was not successful. Finally, frustrated, they dragged Nyan in front of Beishan and asked why they were lying. But Nyan said she doesn't know Beishan. Then she slapped him. Later, the lady officer asked Jung, "You tried to protect her from the first day? Why are you trying to prove her a murderer now?" Jung replied, "If someone else is in prison for her crime, Neon won't be able to bear with it." Neon was released from the police station and her mother came to pick her up. Some days pass, Beishan is still in jail, and we are shown how others are going on with their life, and just Neon is living in the past, remembering her days with Beishan, and then comes the result day. Neon passed the exam with excellent marks. Her mother is overjoyed, but Neon feels no happiness. That's when Officer Jung comes to congratulate her, but before leaving, Jung says, "I have another good news for you. Beishan has been sentenced to death." Neon freezes on spot. She asks, "But Beishan is a minor." Jung replies, "No, he lied. He's actually an adult." Hearing this, Nian in anger starts hitting Jung and screaming, "Why won't you leave us alone? Why do you have to do this to us?" Jung hugs her tightly and calms her down. Then he tells her it was a lie. No sentence has been declared for Beishan yet. Jung explains that if Nian confesses, the sentence would be reduced as this was an accident. The punishment will be much lighter for them. Hearing all this, Nian finally agrees to confess. After that, Officer Jung took Nian to see Beishan. The two of them sat opposite to each other, not saying a single word. They just smiled and cried together. As they were being taken away, Nian tells Beishan she was feeling much more relaxed now. She then asked Beishan, "If you could go back to the past, would you do all this again?" Beishan calmly he replied, "There's no if in this scenario." With those words, they bid each other goodbye and were taken to separate prisons. At present, Nian works as a school teacher. When she notices the girl sitting silently with her head down, she sees herself in the girl, and after the class ends, she goes to her. After school ends, Nian walks with the girl, and just a few steps behind them, Beishan quietly followed them, watching over Nian, and the movie ends here.